Okay, we now go to the second topic, engagement and interaction between audience and performers. Okay, how are we going to relate this one with cultural language and verbal art? Since verbal art is spoken and one of the types is um, theatrical performance, though we were not able to discuss it, but it's really one of the types of verbal art because it is spoken and it's performed and it's a kind of literature. So there we go. Theatrical performance, that's why we have this one. Engagement interaction between audience and performance. Because when we say theatrical performance, there is an audience and then we have the performers. Okay, so let's have the keywords first. We have engagement, emotional involvement. Okay, so engagement is not just being connected to the performers or being connected to the audience or vice versa, but there is an emotional involvement. So it has a touch of emotions. Interaction, mutual or reciprocal action or influence. So here we have audience and performers, right? So when we say interaction, they are going to both play an important role in that performance, not just the performers. Okay. So what's audience? A group of people who gather to get together to listen to something such as a concert or watch something such as a movie or play. The people who attend a performance. Okay. Performers, people who entertain an audience. Okay. So in order for us to discuss this one, we must have the related questions. Okay. So, to answer engagement interaction between audience and performers, to say if they all really have the engagement and interaction. So, what are those questions? First one is the story being told relatable to the audience? Okay. How will the audience react to the various characters in the play? Does the plot build the sufficient anticipation to keep the audience engaged? Is there sufficient audience appeal in the plot and characters to attract an audience? So once these ones are answered and they are most likely answerable by yes or no, and then the answer is yes. Therefore, you could see the engagement and interaction between the audience and performers. Okay, so what are the other key aspects for this one? The audience drives every aspect of developing a performance. Initially, the audience serves the role of driving the content of the play or performance itself. The audience serves the role of driving other decisions as well. Okay, why am I saying this? Because we have the what we call participatory performance. Participatory performance enables audiences to make changes and contribute to the work, which means that their experience and responses become part of the aesthetic of the performance. Okay, do you know Romeo and Juliet? There are those instances or scenarios which they need the response of the audience, like they mingle to the audience. That's a form of engagement interaction. There will be other examples of theatrical performance in which they ask the audience, and of course they have one major answer, obvious answer. Okay, I'm not sure if you know the part in Showtime wherein they have impromptu play. They have an impromptu play. Well, that is an example of a performance in which there is an engagement and interaction. Okay, that's a type of verbal art. Okay, it's a type of literature because there is art. You couldn't organize something with beauty without art. So that's for engagement and interaction between audience and performers. Thank you for listening. I hope that you could watch the next video. It's related to our very last lesson for this chapter. God bless.